Guys, listen. Let's learn how to escape from deep half, okay? Sometimes your opponent will put you on the deep half like this, okay? This is a very strong position for the person on bottom because he's controlling my leg, right? He's underneath of me. There's not much I can do here. A lot of times we try to get the underhook right here, right? But sometimes your opponent makes a really good job on hiding the elbow here, okay? Especially when he goes with the hand under my leg like this, okay? And once he grabs my collar here, right, start feeding the collar, feeding the lapels like this, he's in a very good position, okay? I can go to the other side, let's say hopping over his head right here, but I can give an opportunity to open my lapel and then start like trapping my shoulder, right? The reason he grabbed the lapel here, it doesn't allow me like to turn that way, right? And then he's trapping my leg so I can turn the other way as well. So I'm trapped right here, and then he's gonna start going to my back, right? And even like going like this to the other side, even like when you control the bottom leg, right, to not allow him to come up, he can start like tilting you to the other side like this, and then you start like attacking your back, right? And that can be a problem, okay? There's the deep half where your opponent controls this leg right here, and there's a deep half where your opponent controls everything on this leg right here, okay? So I'm gonna show you a escape that works for both, all right? So you can do this escape on both situations, right? Let's say if his arm is here, even if he's controlling my collar here, I still able to do it, okay? So what I'm gonna do here, I will control right behind his hip right here, 4 fingers inside his pants, okay, right here. I'm not gonna control 4 fingers on the top part of his hip. I wanna go with my index finger touching the mat, and then I grab the pants, okay? You see how I'm grabbing the pants, right? This is very important. 4 fingers inside. Once I do that, I'm gonna start like lifting his hip up, okay? And posting my hand on the floor right here, okay? So I'm pretty much forcing my opponent facing to the side that he wants to face, okay? Because if your opponent starts facing to you like this, it's gonna be easier for me to start getting the knee cut, okay? Usually people who play deep half, they face away like this, they go under like this. They wanna face this way. So now I'm on top of him, so it's hard for me to get the knee cut, okay? So we're gonna control, just the way I say it, okay? I grab the pants right here, I post, and then I stand up my leg, okay? So I go like this. And now I'm gonna start passing my leg to this side right here, okay? And now look, it's really hard for Andy to go back with his hip on the floor. Go back with your hip on the floor. His hip is in the air, okay? I'm pulling him as much as I can. So now what I'm gonna do with the hand that I have on the floor, I'm gonna start controlling this leg, okay? So immediately when I got here, notice that I'm not like this. I'm not closing my legs. I let my legs like spread like that, okay? So that way I'm not too high, okay? And I don't lose my balance as well. So I open my leg like this. So once I get here, I'm gonna control, and now look, I'm gonna focus on keep his thigh, okay, both thighs, controlling the lower part of my leg, my shin only, okay? I cannot let his legs like trapping my thigh, okay? I must free my knee here, okay? And I mentioned this a lot. In most of the escapes where I need to like take my legs or my arms away from his legs, I must like offer only the lower part of my limb, okay? It's the same like, let's say if he's getting a crucifix on me, right? You see like Andy is controlling my bicep and tricep. When I take the elbow out, it's gonna be easier for me to clean my arm, right? To take my arm out. So in this case here, it's pretty much the same, right? So I don't want his leg like trapping my thigh, okay? So as soon as I grab here and I lift and I spread my leg, I'm gonna grab here and I push. You see? So try to go with your leg over my knee. He can't, you see? So my kneecap is right here. I'm free. So now what I'm gonna do, I put my right side on the floor and I go with this shin behind his leg, right under my arm, like this. Okay? Now I start attacking his back. Okay? So I got this hook right here. I can make this hook like this, like a twister hook. In the meantime, I'm getting the shoulder trap. Okay? I got a shoulder trap right here. Now, I'm on the same situation as I mentioned in the beginning. I'm trapping the groin, like his leg right here, so he doesn't turn towards me, right? And I'm trapping his shoulder so he doesn't turn towards the floor, okay? Away from me. Because if I don't, he's gonna turn like this, okay? So I must get here. And I like to grab with my forearm under his neck like this, because it's hard for him to bridge as well, okay? I feel like when I go just here, I feel you can limp the arm out and start like going away from me, okay? I like making like a harness right here and push my forearm underneath of him. Then it's really hard for him to bring his elbow close to his knee to defend the second hook. By doing this, I try to defend the second hook. It's hard. It's gonna be easier for me to get the second hook. Now, I get the seat belt. Once I get the seat belt, I'm gonna start getting the body lock triangle if I have leg enough to do it, okay? If you can do it, it's the best option for you to control the back. It's better than this, okay? This control here is to get 4 points, right? But if you remain like this, it's gonna be easy for your opponent to twist his hip and start escaping. You see? So you either gonna get the figure 4, okay, to control after you get the 4 points, or you're gonna go like this. If you have short legs, go like this. 1, and then 2, go over your bottom hook. Because I don't want to keep here, and my opponent grab my foot right there. He's gonna grab my foot, take my foot out, and then start escaping. See, face to me, and he's gonna start facing to me here. Okay, go back. So I need to hook, but at the same time, I cover the bottom hook. Try to escape right now. So now everything is trapped. Okay. So now I get the collar. I got the second collar, and then I go for the choke. The way I like to choke here, okay, I like to take my tricep and shoulder off the mat and just keep my elbow on the floor, like this, okay? And then I put my shoulder against his neck, and my hand goes down like this. And at the same time, I do little jumps with my elbow towards me, okay? So when I get here, so the way I like to choke is like this. 1, squeeze, and 2 hit taps, okay? So you go 1, 2, squeeze, 3, squeeze. Just keep like doing this little hops with your elbows close to you, okay? Again. So I'm trapped on the deep half. He's grabbing on this side, on the other side, doesn't matter. I control with my index finger touching the mat. Post and spread my legs. Taking the knee off the mat, see? Now at the same time I'm going this way, I grab the knee here, and then I go down, right here. Once I go here, look, I'm gonna kick him between my legs, switch for the twister, shoulder trap, and then get the second hook. Now seat belt, body lock, okay? Or if I have short leg, I can't get the body lock, I go here. Control the collar, grab both collars. Make sure when you grab the collar, you fold the collar, okay? Fold the collar like this. So the collar must be like this, okay? If you grab with the collar like that, sometimes it goes over his neck, and then it's gonna be like this, okay? When you fold, it's gonna be a better grip for you, but also the collar go under the neck, you see? Like a knife. Okay? So you grab here, and then you're gonna stand up on your elbow, and then little hops. Into hit taps. Okay? So you do the little hops and squeeze. Okay? This works really well. Even against black belts. Okay? Okay. This angle. So he's playing deep half. I go 1, 2, 3. Then I go. So one detail here, one very important detail when I'm landing on the floor here, like after I'm going here and I go into the side, like I put my shoulder here, okay? Notice that my toes are facing this way, right? So when I'm going this way, my toes gonna face like this. I need to rotate my knee and my leg, okay? So that way I'll be on a perfect spot to set up like the twister if I need to get a twister, right? Or I'll be in a perfect angle to kick him between my legs, okay? See that I kick him really hard and end is a perfect spot for me to attack his back. Sometimes the shoulder trap is not even needed, right? You just go straight to seatbelt. Right. So in the fight, it's gonna look like this. So he's here, okay? And he's like setting up this position. I got my grip, and I go like this. Try to move in. Okay? So do the technique precisely with a good grip, okay? Good control, just like I did right now. Start slow, but the intention of the drill is to do exactly like that, okay? Post, stand up, and pull his hip. He's gonna be really uncomfortable, okay? And you move, grab, and then you go. And kick him between your legs, okay? If he's going with his hand on this leg only, like this, same thing, works, okay? Keep going. Same thing. Right, just go. Nothing changed. Any question? Question, guys? Yes. One more time. You want to see like this angle, right? That'll be here. Like hand is like trying to work right here, right? Grab. Look, I need to go back here. 1. Don't grab here, okay? Make sure you almost just scoop your hand under his hip. And then you're gonna lift him. Okay? This is the type of technique your opponent would be like, where are you? You know, where is he?
When you're choking, if his hands are here, if you just choke over his hands, block.
Yeah, like, you're back in.
Oh.
So, after I get here, you mean like after I get here and then you can, like, you mean here? Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to find a choke. Maybe with one hand, I'm still able to get this collar here. But if it's the other hand, let's say this hand right here is gonna be hard for me to choke, okay? So then right here, I need to work on grabbing his pinky like this, bring his hand down, try to choke, and he's gonna start defending. I like to grab really low on the collar. Because a lot of times we want to get the end of the grip, okay? Like this is the final grip. But this is one collar, okay? This is one collar. So I can grab here. He's not expecting me grabbing there. Because like now, what I can do, I like to bring his hand behind his back and over my thigh here. like this. Then I cover his tries. Now look, I grab his collar. Even with my opponent's control, you don't let me grab it close to his neck. I start making like my hand be like a zipper on his collar. So little by little, I pull and I work until I get really close to the neck. Once I feel my thumb is touching his neck, I'm ready to choke. Okay. But I like to hide this hand here a lot. Or if my opponent is bothering me, like I just control right there, look. And then little by little I start. Little by little, he doesn't even notice. You know? Yeah, it's like a zipper, you know? Because once I'm here now, I can start easily choking. Okay? Because sometimes we want to like get here, you know, so just grab here, you know, he's not even care about this, and then you just like during the fight you go like little by little until like you get really close to the leg, okay? Any other questions? No? Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so on this situation here, this position, it's good because I'm going to his back, right? I'm like passing over his head to attack his back, which is great. It's way better than stay here, right? Another way that you can kill the deep half is shifting your knees. So your knee doesn't go between his legs, okay? Your knee goes here. And then you stand up this leg. This is very good as well, okay? Then you can start passing the leg over, sliding, or you can do the position that I did last night at the no-gi class, okay? Because one person asked me like, oh, if the guy on bottom, the person on bottom controls here, and then when I'm trying to do it, he's like really like grabbing my leg really hard, and I can't pass my leg. If you can't pass your leg, you need to shift like this. Just doing this, you're gonna give him a really hard time. He's gonna be confused for the person on bottom. And then what you can do is grabbing his wrist, bring close to your hip, okay, to your hips, and then you're gonna pass your knee like this, and then you use your hip right on his elbow, like this, okay? And then once I'm here, now I can start going to the back in a different way. Sitting up, tweaking the bottom leg, and taking his back, okay? Still like I'm attacking his back, but I just got a different option because he's like giving me a hard time, okay? I say I feel like, oh, I can't hop over his leg, shift. Okay? Batista uses this a lot. He likes to do this. I use this a lot too, okay? Every time the person plays deep half, especially when I can't get the underhook on the arm right here, right? I feel like the person does a really good job not letting me get the underhook. I just shift like this, and it's already like really hard for the person to deal with. Because right now, let's say, oh, he's gonna try to put on the X guard. Yes, he can. If you allow him to put this shin inside here, then he's gonna start creating space. He's gonna start opening your legs, which is bad for you. Okay, go back. So when I shift my knee, I need to pay attention to keeping my hip flex, my hamstring close to his thigh here. Okay, so that way I don't give space. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab and then I start doing like a shoulder lock on him with my hip, like this. Okay, and now I sit up, control his gi right here. Okay, I grab right on the latch right here. And now look, I'm gonna kick the bottom leg out, but notice that my weight, the weight of my hip right here is on top of his shoulder, of his tricep here. Try to take this arm out, Andy. You can't. When I make the transition, I cannot make the transition like this. Kick the leg and take the weight away from his arm. He's gonna start standing up. Okay? So when I'm doing this, I'm shifting my weight to the other side, to the right, but my weight is on his arm still. Try to move around. Still heavy there, so I'm still able to start attacking his okay. There's a lot of variations you can do from this position, but this is just in case your opponent is like grabbing like really hard It's not letting you pass it over his head, okay? Another way you can pass over his head, if you need, right here, when he's grabbing that way, I can go like this. I can grab, like, post my hand on his cheek right here and start squeezing. And then I start passing, go over, okay? Then once I'm here, I start attacking his back just like we did, okay? So, if your opponent, let's say you're too late, like you're late here, and he underhook your leg there, and he put the waiter sweep, like this. You're very late right now, okay? You're like, oh, I'm stuck here, okay? He's grabbing you, he's right underneath of you. Look what I'm gonna do. Same thing, but now I'm here. I go like this. You see? My grip, and then I go here. Okay? So, oh, professor, this is risky. Yes, just like buying some stocks. You're gonna get a risk, right? It's a risk. But like, some people, they take the risk and they make money. But some people don't take the risk and don't make money. So you gotta risk, like in the fight, you gotta go for it, right? You're already like in a position where your opponent is very comfortable. So now what I gonna do? I gotta go with the flow. You know, you wanna bring me there? Okay, I go before him. And when I go before him, I'm ahead of him, right? The worst thing here is when he starts doing this and he starts taking an action, go, and now I wanna go. Then I'm gonna get swept, you know? Then he's gonna start attacking my back because he initiated the move first. So I gotta understand, like, oh, he got there, now I go. Just change and go, okay? And it's the same concept, it's exactly the same position. We grab here on the first one and here, right? We grab the hip and then we grab the knee. Same thing, but on the waiter. So he's gonna grab here, he's gonna do this. Instead of keeping myself here or trying to go posting my hand on the floor, because if I do this, he's gonna go under my leg, especially if you're fighting with against Andy, you know? Like if you start like trying to put a lot of base, he's gonna start entangle and start like twisting underneath of you, right? Start scrambling underneath of you, and then he's gonna start taking her back, okay? So instead of like going this way or waiting for him, at the moment that he underhooked my leg, go back. Start going in. He's like, you're going to go. I'm ready. Doing the same thing, okay? And think about always when you go, free your knee, okay? Free your kneecap. Same concept. I cannot do this. Actually, I can, but it's gonna be a little bit hard for me. I cannot do this move with my thigh in control. So I cannot go here and do this with my knee inside, you see? Now he's gonna post his leg on the floor, he's gonna attack my back, okay? So when he's here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna control, and when I'm going down, I'm pushing his leg, you see? I'm pushing his leg so I can free my knee. Once I free my knee, it's really hard for him to get out. So now this knee here goes under my arm and behind his leg. Okay? Then you wait for the manager to sign the contract for a nice sponsorship after this move, right? Right? It's a very good move. It's very surprising, and people will be like, "Whoa!" Okay, you guys got it? Okay, yes.
The knee that goes behind the leg, where do you put the pressure, like on your flip in order?
Yes. So you mean like my leg that's on his shoulder, right? So this leg here, after I go behind his knee, right? Yeah. So you mean like after I'm here?
Yeah, after you're done, where do you skate to put
Yeah.
into the
I want my shin right behind his knee. So when I push here and then I go, I want my shin here. Okay, now look, I cannot kick him this way here. I need to bring my knees to my chest, load him up, and kick him this way here, like down. Okay? And when you do it slow, it doesn't work really well. But I staple my shin behind his knee. So as soon as he's here, I go here, like this. Okay, then the technique is back. You're gonna feel like it's the same position. It's just like the first position we did. But instead, like we already on the way there. You can do both. If the opponent like trap your leg and you can't pass over, you're gonna shift, okay, your leg. Or you can make a, when your thoughts and your jiu-jitsu, your skills are ahead of your opponent, you make baits, right? You start like doing this for him, like, and then he's gonna, and then you go, boom. You just offer him the position to go and get him. Don't forget, go closer. Don't forget to like push, okay, to free your kneecap. Because Andy's really uncomfortable here right now. Even if he tried to sweep me here right now, it's very uncomfortable for him. Okay? Now I can even like go over if I want. Okay? You can do a lot of stuff here. Okay? More questions, guys? All right. Nope. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.